Welcome to the weekly podcast that keeps it real about youth sports, social issues, and sports in general. The Final Word with your hosts, Joe, Dre, John, Chris, and Dave. And now, without further ado, presenting the Final Word.
John is bullying Chris, talking about his shirt.
Zoom in on his shirt, yo. Hey, zoom in on his shirt, man. You can't get it? All right. He got little footballs on there, man.
Footballs, baby.
That's pretty cool.
I got my Chucks on too. They not like us.
Damn, dog, you don't put your leg down. We losing.
Black Chucks,
Go
baby.
ahead, Dave, man. Take the rest of my damn fries, man.
All right,
What it do?
So the districts have started. Well, the districts are done. So now we into regionals. What you got, Dave? Let's jump right in and see what Dave has for us. What you got?
We'll go right to it.
Right into it.
Go to slide 2. Yeah, that's good. That's all we need to go to. So we'll go to it. The brackets released on Saturday. It's kind of cool how they do it online now. They kind of like March Madness. So I broke it up to public schools and private schools. So we go through it. We'll do a little commentary on both. Chris was chatty before, so maybe he's got an opinion. Plant at Newsom. They've only played once this year. They played in the county Final Four. Newsom. Hey man, you gotta put it on.
It's up. Yeah.
They Plant Newsom. They played once this year. Newsom beat them on a neutral site. I think did that game go to overtime? Plant Newsom, Joe? I think it did.
Yes, it did.
Plant Newsom went to overtime. That one's tough luck though. They're both district champions, but they're 4 and 5. So Plant's gotta, even though you're a district champion, you don't get to host a game. So Plant at Newsom. It'll be a really good game, well coached. Plant City got in, even though they didn't win their district. They got to go play Lehigh. Lehigh's really good. Played Sarasota tough, so that will be a tough game for them. Sarasota's
From what I said, it hurt us.
Sarasota's number 2 in that region.
Yeah, Blake played them in preseason.
They,
DJ Ivy is back.
this is second year back. We'll go to 6A. This is another rematch from
Who's the best? What's the best game here?
We're just going through all of them. Then, next game, Eastlake, Sickles. Sickles beat them last week. Unfortunate for Eastlake, the Pinellas County said they didn't have enough officials for the district, so they had to move the game to Sickles. And then Sickles won. Weaving made it a little bit rowdy. He got the band in there. They'll rematch Wednesday night. So they played Friday. They're going to play again on Wednesday.
And they play at Sickles again?
Well, Sickles won the district, so now they're host.
Is Eastlake the team we seen
Yeah,
down there?
Britt's team. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Palmetto Wharton, that game will be really good. They got 2 guards Evan Roberts and Nick Womack. Those kids that game will be really good. I have not, Palmetto also is a really good, Palmetto's got a really good sophomore who's long. Wharton's got, Montgomery and Tyson Jefferson, so that will be a really good game. Watching Womack and Evans play, Womack and Roberts play will be good. Evans Gaither, this one, so Evans is number 1 in their region, but they didn't win their district. They didn't win their district and they're number 1 because they're scared. So even though they're 1 seed, they got to go and play at Gaither because Gaither won. Jordan's the 8 seed. I think he's won 2 of the last 3 district championships for him. So big ups to Gaither, but that'll be a tough road ahead. Chamberlain Blake, another rematch. from last Friday.
Holyfield Tyson rematch?
We'll get to that later in the show.
The Rumble in the Jungle.
Chamberlain Blake, we'll have a rematch there. Blake everybody's probably looked at a bracket. Blake should have 2 games until they meet Gibbs. Blake's played an incredibly tough schedule this year, and now they got these 2 games. Can you go to the next page? So we got 9. Someone posted 7, but there's 9 private and charter. Clearwater Jesuit. Jesuit host at home, which is obviously in their favor. Clearwater, well coached. That coach does a good job with those kids, but I think Jesuit will be all right there. Berkeley Prep. Ronaldo played a really tough schedule. He was not in, and Ronaldo had to win 2 games and he still thought it'd be tough to get in, but he beat Lakewood, and then he beat Calvary Christian, and then he played TC Tough. So Ronaldo got in. He's going to go play Lake Highland Prep, very well coached. That's Chuck's team. Windermere Prep at TC, so TC will host. Windermere Prep, I've watched them play twice now. They played Blake in the Wally Keller, and I watched them play. And then I watched them play at the Bartow shootout. That will be a good game. TC's playing good right now, and and they got Finch. Tampa Prep, we play Admiral Farragut at home. If we win that, then we'll play. Then there's Indian Rock Slam. Slam will host that, even though they're not they didn't win their district. CDS has got to go play at First Baptist. I watched First Baptist play. They're pretty good. See if CDS and Moses and crew can do there. And then CCC versus Bell Creek. CCC played Tampa Prep pretty tough for a while. That game's at Bell Creek. Bell Creek won.
Score?
So it's about like 40.
Okay, that's I just made sure.
It was, if you look at the box, it was not till the
Was that
third
because
quarter.
of the score?
We blew it out in the third quarter, but first half they played us tough.
Y'all won by 40?
We didn't win by 40.
How much?
Like 22. No, I don't think we won.
Close to 40.
It should have been another. Cambridge Christian got in. They got to play Victory Christian now, so that will be. That's tough. Victory Christian is.
It's an ass whooping.
Sure.
And then there should be. I thought I had one more. I might have missed it. Brandon Academy got no. I think it's cut off. Brandon Academy got in. They're hosting a game. Their new coach there this year got them a district championship. So congrats to Brandon Academy. These games are all played Wednesday night. What? Walter's not done. Walter's done. These games are all played Wednesday night, and then the winners will then play Monday. And then the winner of those games play Thursday for the regional championship.
Is that Scott at First Baptist?
That's Scott and his dad, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're both, I think it's like Scott and Scott Jr. It's a father-son combination, but it's Scott.
Yeah.
Tyson played them like in junior year.
Scott was point
Do
guard
y'all-
at the University of Florida.
Out of the private and public, do y'all see any
I was gonna,
upsets?
so, Stokely, can you go back? So, first, I was seeing who we think can make it to a regional final.
Right. Warden. Sickles with the right draw.
Sickles with the right draw. I think if Sickles wins this,
They go Pasco County, don't they?
no, I think
All
they
those
play
schools in
Charlotte.
the same joint right there?
No, the first 2 are both in 7A. They'll have to play the Sarasota and then the Osceola in Orlando. So if you guys see it, it's not the Osceola in Pinellas, it's the Osceola in Orlando.
I think that was a good win if they beat Eastlake. I thought Eastlake was pretty good. They are coached.
They're well coached. They're really
Yeah.
good. He'll take their second best player transferred midseason though, so
But that was after we saw him? No, we saw him in Christmas, right?
he did not. I mean at Sunbash.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play with him in that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thought that was pretty good for Sickles
Right,
to
if
beat
they,
him. That's
if
pretty
they had,
good.
and if they had him, they'd be
Who left?
the AB kid, the sophomore with the dreads. You've seen it. He's at Boca Ciega now. 6'7" kid.
I seen him when they playing Sunbash, and I thought that was pretty good. So for
They-
Sickles to beat him, that's a good win.
They,
I think.
Blake Blake should make it to the regional championship. They'll play Gibbs.
Jerseys to the left,
Put
shorts to the right.
I'm looking to see who Eastlake Sickles got to play if they win. Charlotte's in that bracket, and Charlotte made it to the Final Four last year and returned.
their girls and boys program is pretty good.
Hold on, who? You said
Charlotte.
Oh yeah, Charlotte tough. I just
So
talked to Ed
Eastlake
today.
Sickles, the winner will most likely play Charlotte. They're playing Sun Lake.
Ooh, that's tough.
Wow, and it, yeah,
No,
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
And then if Wharton wins and Wiregrass Ranch wins, there'll be a rematch.
Rematch?
Yeah,
Ooh,
so
wee.
that will be.
That was a good game Friday night, right?
That would
Yeah.
be a regional
Semifinal.
Semifinals.
Charlotte's going to be tough. Wiregrass is number 1. Charlotte is going to be tough though.
Charlotte number 2.
Charlotte's number 2.
Wow, that's big for Wiregrass.
That's big. They get the home game.
That's what's up.
I was looking 7A. So if Planter Newsom wins, they got to play Osceola. The winner, obviously, somebody will win. Newsom Plant winners got to play Osceola. That will be, and then Lehigh Plant City will have to play Sarasota. Both Lehigh and Plant City have already played Sarasota this year and lost. So that'll be tough there.
So out of this group, have you stated we know Blake is gonna move on?
I think Wharton could get back to a regional final. I think they could beat Wiregrass Ranch. It's hard, they're going to play them again.
Wiregrass is tough.
The Wiregrass is tough.
Can Wharton beat Palmetto?
Another tough. Well coached too. Abel Vonador.
I think so. It was a good. Actually, when they played Winthrop, it was a good game. When Palmetto played Winthrop.
I haven't seen Palmetto.
Yeah, he does a really good job.
I mean, when Wharton's clicking, I think they've been up and down this year. But when they clicking,
Shit, they only lost 5 games.
yeah, but some of those games they shouldn't have lost. So I think Wharton tough, man.
Tyson's pretty good.
Yeah, Tyson is a solid PG that can score,
Yeah, that's good.
and he has a lot of confidence.
His daddy could play.
Oh yeah,
Tony.
oh yeah.
I said Tony to man.
He might be on our squad this 45 and over league.
And then I'd love to see Eastlake and Sickles.
Yeah,
But
that's
playing at Charlotte's going to be, that's a tough
How
place
was
to
Sickles this year?
they good.
He's
They're
solid.
solid.
When they
Yeah, we
click,
played-
boy, when they click, they can play. Y'all beat them, right?
We beat them. You
Yeah,
guys.
they beat Jesuit. They beat
And they got 2 kids that can shoot when they cross half court. No joke. Like their range is when they cross
I
it.
was there when you played. Yeah. I came to the game.
Oh, okay.
His boys were on the court.
5A for Jesuit.
What's his name's son? The coach, Kyler.
Ian.
Yeah.
5A Jesuit they get Clearwater. If they can get past them, then they'll play Countryside or Southeast. They've already beat Southeast. Countryside beat them.
Countryside upset at St. Pete Friday night.
Correct. And then, for Jesuit to go, Jesuit get a regional final, and then they'd have to go play at Port Charlotte, which will be that's a tough place to play. Down, that county gets a lot of fan support.
So
They get
back in the day, Port Charlotte used to have their gym had a carpet floor.
What do you mean?
on the carpet.
Around it, you mean?
No,
it
you
was
never
carpet.
seen that? It was like that.
The
Right there.
gym was carpet.
But it'd be
You
like
played on that?
That's
be
what
like
they
red
played
or
on.
something. You been out there for no loose ball.
Right. That is crazy.
That's all. We can get rid of that page. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
it was a carpet floor back in the day.
Yeah, they say that's tough because Port Charlotte played Charlotte 1-1,
And then
Charlotte came back in 1-1. So if we make it to the regional final, that's gonna be pretty dope.
You know what's happening with they're getting a lot of talent because everybody's moving south, just like kind of like the Tampa Rusk and Apollo Beach, the Tampa Rusk and Apollo Beach type deal, because everybody from the city is moving down into the suburbs because the property is cheaper. But back in the day,
Last year,
Charlotte, Port Charlotte, man, stop playing.
did anybody win on the road last year from Tampa to go to state? Or was it all home games?
Who went to state from Tampa last year?
Blake.
I think it was
Oh,
all home.
Berkeley.
Berkeley.
I
that
don't
was
think
home?
I don't think Berkeley was the 1 seed last.
No, Lato should have won. That's what I'm thinking.
Lato lost to Charlotte.
But they had a chance to win. It was an over at buzzer, something like
Buzzer
that.
beat them.
Yeah, they should have won. And they was in Charlotte?
It was at Lato, I think.
Okay.
Charlotte came up here.
Yeah.
And
Charlotte beat them.
And Charlotte beat them.
Gotcha.
I think, did Berkeley have to win at Gateway Charter last year? Or did Gateway Charter come to them?
They were all, everything was here.
Blake beat Leesburg at home to win it.
Yep.
Those were the only two.
So if Charlotte loses and Jesuit wins,
Port Charlotte?
we
maybe?
play at home?
Port, you mean Port?
Port Charlotte.
Yes, you're the 2 seed.
Right. So if the number 1 seed
If
gets
St. Pete beats them,
we get.
then you get to host. That's a big deal.
Which is, in basketball, you already know. St. Pete go down there.
And then 4A,
It's just-
Blake will have to go play at Gibbs.
Jerseys to the left.
This dude here, man.
Yeah, I want people to come to Charlotte, baby. Well, we got to get past the first 2 rounds, though.
3A, who's the 1 seed? Oh, Villages. So even if TC and Berkeley make it to the regional final, they'll have to go
To the Villages.
most likely to the Villages.
So TC and Berkeley have to see each other again?
If they both win, they'll have to see each other again. Now, they're both playing. I mean, Berkeley's playing Lake Highland Prep. Really good.
Ain't
Yeah.
that them twins that whoop y'all ass?
Oh, say it again, Joe. They, like we was in the shower. They were playing what's the little old school game, Jam?
NBA Jam.
NBA. Oh man, them twins.
He's on fire.
And you didn't know who it was.
And then
Yeah, they was
TC's
tough.
got to.
Okay.
And then TC's got to play Windermere Prep.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
TC can beat them.
TC can beat them.
Is Finch playing in the playoffs?
He's played Friday. Yeah, he played Friday night.
Oh, he did play against Berkeley.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then 2A, that's Tam Prep's division. We're the 1 seed, so we're home the whole. If we keep winning, we get to play at home.
Who's your toughest matchup?
Our toughest matchup will either be
They leaving the wheelchairs at home? Fucking with you.
Slam beat Berkeley and Berkeley beat us.
Slam beat Berkeley.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we'll have to and then First Baptist is the 2 seed.
This
Belgrade.
dude over I know your face, bro.
They,
I know.
I ain't say nothing.
He was like, yeah, he said what I was thinking.
I was just listening.
So you guys play First Baptist?
The only way we play First Baptist is if we make it to the regional finals, and they make it to the regional finals.
And First Baptist is good.
First Baptist is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So from the list, who do you foresee going to state?
Going to state?
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, right. He said this
From
mine.
Tampa, from the city of Tampa, who do you foresee going to state?
I got Blake and Warden.
What's in your wallet?
Blake and Warden.
Y'all hear him, Junior. No respect. Go ahead.
I was gonna say.
No, don't worry about it.
Ain't got nothing to do with Junior. Just get his ass in the gym earlier.
One
Bring your
team?
ass, Junior.
No. Everybody. Who do you foresee going to state?
I think 7A is tough for those teams. I think Osceola or Sarasota, so I don't think either. I think those teams will win their region. 6A. Charlotte. I mean, I could see Wharton. Wharton's got tough though. They got to beat Palmetto and Wiregrass Ranch, and then sure.
All right, so you ain't picking them in. What about 5A?
5A. I think Jesuit can go to states. I think they can beat Port Charlotte,
That'd be big. 4A.
but they can't overlook Countryside.
I heard Countryside can shoot the hell out the
and
ball.
they're well. What's the guy's name at Countryside? He's been there forever. He had the kid go to the NBA. Countryside's well. They can't overlook Countryside.
4A. Do you believe that Blake can beat Gibbs?
Do I believe that Blake is talented enough to beat Gibbs? 100%.
I do.
Do
Talented.
you think they're going to beat Gibbs for the 3rd time?
I think so.
All right. I got a feeling it's hard to beat somebody 3 times. 3A. You got anybody from Tampa going?
3A. I mean, in my opinion, that's the hardest region. That region's the toughest out there.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's not even close. You guys know I'm a big Finch fan. If Finch is healthy, I mean, they could. And KJ's been playing good, so he can guard that big from. I think TC's got I think Finch is incredibly special, so I think TC has a shot. But that region ended.
They got to go through who?
Everybody. I mean, that region is.
So they got to beat Berkeley.
Well, they got to win first. They got to beat.
Windermere Prep.
They got to beat Windermere Prep first.
Did they get a bad seed?
No, the whole district.
Oh.
The district, I think every team in there except one is in the top 100.
That's how a region should be.
Gotcha.
They got,
Because you have.
Villages, Calvary Christian, Discovery, Lake Highland Prep, Berkeley Prep, Tampa Catholic, Windermere Prep. There's not a.
Didn't Calvary lose their district?
Calvary.
Somebody knocked them off.
Berkeley knocked them off.
That's right.
But Calvary beat Berkeley. Now, they did lose their point guard who tore his ACL.
Who, Bergantine?
Bergandina.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks, man.
I mean, it's playoff time. Put your big boy pants on. I agree with you. I think TC.
Dang.
I mean, that region might be the toughest region in the state.
He done gone.
It is.
He done gone for 40 before. He may have to go for
7A
50.
is top heavy with Columbus.
Well, if you were to take the 8 teams and then divide them by, they would probably be the highest. That region's ridiculous.
So you would bet TC going.
Because the other Calvary's in there too.
When you say bet like
In your heart.
in my heart, I'd love, I think it'd be deserving I'd like to see Finch.
So right now you got Jesuit, Blake, TC, 2A.
I mean, I'm not gonna not say my team can't go. I think Tampa Prep's got a shot to go.
Got you. 1A.
I mean, North Tampa, I don't think neither of those teams are gonna beat.
And then what they said on that show, I didn't know we had a rural.
But we don't have any rural teams here.
We don't have. So you think 4 teams
have a shot.
have a great shot to
to
go
go.
to state? All right, y'all.
Well, I mean, no.
You
Wait,
said
we're
it.
saying,
Say,
we're
white
saying
boy Rick said it.
Wait,
Stamp of
we're
approval.
saying a great shot. I'd add Wharton.
Me
because
too.
I'd
Yeah,
add Wharton
I
to
agree.
it. I thought you said if I would.
Nah, ain't shit
I
guaranteed in the playoffs.
guarantee.
Ain't
Who are you
guaranteed.
guaranteeing? To me?
I don't know.
Wait, you said Blake?
Oh, yeah.
He
Anybody
done
else?
been to the most games, Joe. What you think about his picks?
That's what he think, man.
Who do you think?
What do you think?
I don't know. I hadn't
Oh,
thought
my
about
God.
it.
It's hard.
Now he want to.
Name
I hadn't thought about it.
You had thought about it. You
I already lost the other thing, so.
Man, come on.
Okay, do you think anybody from Tampa can really go to state?
Let's play the Blake video. What do you think about this, Stokely?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Go ahead, Stoke.
You and Kendrick Lamar, dog.
Stokely,
You and
who do you?
Kendrick Lamar.
What do you think, Stokely?
No, he
You
said
think-
play the Blake video.
Play my theme song.
Which video we watching?
It's called.
He started swimming.
Oh,
Now, there's another take that I saw a grown man come in there and start swinging on the kid.
That was the game.
Yeah.
We need to run that back so Chris can see it again. He wasn't ready.
Who was that? Came out of nowhere.
the guy in the green. That was the administrator.
No.
22?
Yeah. Who was that?
Now, let me ask you this. A, it's the end of the game, correct? How many seconds?
Like 4, right?
Yeah, it was like 2 seconds when that happened.
Okay,
clock.
some people would say, don't shoot the ball.
Yeah.
However,
I say
hold
it
up.
all the time.
I get it. However, if you haven't played, hold on now. I mean, he's not being disrespectful, I don't think. B, the push wasn't crazy now. He should have wrapped him up, if
pushed him in
anything.
the back.
Yeah, but he didn't. He really could have hit him hard, yo. Let's
Yeah,
be
he
real.
pushed him.
He didn't push him like
He
that.
went to the
pushed
wall.
him.
I get it, but it wasn't.
He pushed him in the back.
Pushed him, bro.
He pushed him to the wall. See, I put it in 4K, so it's good on all fronts.
wasn't no extension.
You jump in the air.
One, you don't even make that play.
Who?
You don't even throw the ball. You throw the ball and hold the ball.
Agree, but there was no starters but one on the floor.
I don't care. If you're about 30,
I 100% agree.
you
Well,
put
they
the
said
ball.
they
But was this? Did they tell him that?
What you gonna? You got to tell a kid that?
You got to tell some kids that. Absolutely, 100%. 100%, especially the ones that don't play.
Basketball etiquette.
You covering the mic.
Basketball etiquette, man. You can't.
Like I said, the ones that don't play.
I don't care.
All right,
It's
so
basketball
let me
etiquette.
put it in perspective because I was there and then I watched it again. I watched the whole video, the replay of the game. So it was about 8 seconds on the clock. Blake's up 40 or whatever. The Chamberlain coach calls a timeout. All right, so everybody over on the sideline was like, why is he calling a timeout? And
With
this and
8
that and the
seconds
other.
left.
With 8 seconds to go, they're down 40. I knew why he called a timeout.
Take your ass in the basket if you want to.
Yeah. And that's basically sending a message, be like, y'all better hold that ball or else. That's what that means when you call a timeout at
That's
that
out of
point.
respect,
It's like showing your teeth, a wolf showing its teeth. All right, so they go back on the court. Seems to me like they were instructed, if they try to lay that ball up, you take them out. All right, so the kid goes to try to lay the ball up. He gets pushed in the back. Now, anytime you do something like that, you got to be prepared for what comes with that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't think that kid was prepared for what was going to
No,
come
'cause he
with
saw
that.
when he went down,
Yeah,
he was
because
like,
he was
yo.
like, oh, yeah, right.
Right,
You know
I
what I
saw
mean?
that.
So just going back to the game, all right, so you got refs on some real clown stuff out there, like just not taking control of the game, letting the kids from Blake get hammered. Like JoJo's getting hammered, and he's like, "Ref, you see him grab my arm?" The ref says, "You all right? You all right?" That's his reply.
Right,
So
right.
you got that kind of stuff going on the whole time. You got the kids clapping in other kids' face, but you ain't saying nothing because you feel like Blake's the bigger, stronger, better team.
Kids from the other team?
Right, and it was chirping back and forth that you didn't correct. You letting players get hammered. JoJo was even saying it. Like the one kid, number 12, was like he warned him. He got 6 warnings. Like he warned him 6. He was actually, he's a little bit of a jerk. So he was like, that's the 3rd warning. That's the 4th warning. That's the, you know what I mean. So you got all that going on. All right. So, and I think it was like the game definitely could have been controlled. I think Jason Glanton even yelled out, "Ref, you got to get control of this game or they're going to get the fight." You know what I mean? Rachel yelled out, "Somebody's going to get hurt." But the refs is letting this stuff go on because they trying to be just being a jerk. And he's supposed to be one of the head guys too at that. So you let all that happen. The coach instructs his kids, maybe not, but he called a timeout. So that, to me, points that he might have told them to do that. You know what I mean? So the kid goes out and do that. So now you got kids suspended. And
How many kids got suspended from Blake?
I hadn't heard anything.
Okay.
But also, too, you have to think about, the overall aftermath of this.
Yeah.
So now, them boys from Sulphur Springs, these kids from different neighborhoods and stuff like that, and everything was cool. So now you got the repercussions to that because Shamar and number 12 was getting tangled up all game. So once the kid got pushed and they started jumping on him, 12 was the first one to run off the bench and come in there to try to, help his teammate out. So when he got finished with that, him and Shamar had been chirping, so he's trying to get over there and fight Shamar.
And Shamar was on the bench?
Shamar was on the bench. And Shamar was like, "Hey, let him go." You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, and the kid's trying to get loose. You got like 2 coaches holding him. And JoJo said he told him, like, "Bro, even if he come over here and you fight him, you still gonna get suspended."
Correct,
bro. Like,
correct.
But then, because JoJo even asked me, like, what do you do? Like, if he run over there, like, what do you do? Because we got to protect us. You know what I mean? So all of that's just a bad situation because of some adults on some real clown stuff. You know what I mean? So now, this could even boil over to the streets. Like you got kids there at the fair now. So these kids go to the fair and now you got some more mess. Now, there was a group of kids at the Blake Sumner game at halftime, and it's like 30 of them. At halftime, they go outside and just go out there and just have a whole battle royal fighting their ass off.
At Blake?
At Blake
Oh,
out.
my God.
So,
Was this last year?
no, this is this year.
Oh, okay, because I was there at Sumner when it happened last year.
So all those kids got suspended. They were all suspended. And those are the guys that be sitting right there where he got pushed at. So now just imagine.
Right.
Imagine. And that was the last game I think they were suspended. They can come back now, if I ain't mistaken. But just imagine if those kids, that's right up their alley. They went outside and fought each other at halftime. What you think they gonna do with the other team in here fighting? You know what I'm saying? And think about how bad. So now that spills. You got all these kids out there jumping on this, few kids because they outnumbered. So now you got parents coming to help their kids. Now you have, just all of that because they on some clown stuff, not calling the game right. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on the whole situation. And call it what you want. Say goodnight to the bad guy. Call me the bad guy. But I mean, that's what I saw, and to me, that's what happened, man.
So when do y'all find out who's suspended?
I don't know, man.
Find out tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I don't know.
Now, like I said, I've seen adults, bro. Now, let me say this. I'm proud of Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson, that is my guy. And Jason...
He says, man, here you go with this bull.
Huh?
Walked out.
You saw him?
Damn,
No, he
bro.
literally was like, yo. And then, but 4 dudes ran up on him. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw something
And
where
somebody slipped when they were trying to swing on him. He slipped because somebody said, when I was watching the video, somebody said, oh, they knocked him out. Like, no, if you really look at it, he was going to swing and he fell. I got to give credit to Jason because like what JoJo said, what do we do? What do you do if they're coming after you? No matter what you do to protect yourself, you're going to get in trouble. Yeah. And he did not. He shouldn't have been in the game, though.
right. I
He
mean,
should not have been in the game. But when I seen that video, that kid, 4 dudes ran up and Jay was like this.
Yeah. Even when it first started, he turned around and he was telling everybody like, man, chill, like you know what I mean. So, but that ain't what he did in the summertime.
That's what I'm saying.
when him and TJ, they was bout it. You know what I mean? So, but you see the natural maturity of it. But see, but when Jordan Mickens first came over there, I was like, hey man, you got to be careful with that menace stuff that you do because because he's good at it. He's a menace, and you need a guy like that. Yeah,
with Robert.
Yeah, but I was like, but you got to be careful with that with these guys because I don't know about them guys at Robinson, but these boys will come fight trying to protect you, and you're gonna have the whole team suspended and the season over. You know what I mean? So he's done a good job of adapting to that because and you see the maturity in the players.
And they've tried to get him to
right. They've tried to.
They do, and he's done it. Jordan Mickens done a good job too. But I was very proud of Jason, dog, because not too many people to let. I'm joking, but that's he don't fear nothing.
6 months ago,
4 of them ran up on him.
6 months ago, he didn't fear nothing.
No, he body slammed a joke on the table. Bro.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, that's just my take, man. And
well, I hope that they control that, but also
they played Chamberlain again Wednesday,
which is crazy to me.
It's crazy that they would do that.
They shouldn't play.
They shouldn't play.
No, I'm just saying, like,
why?
JoJo shouldn't play. Winning the game from that.
Yeah, but you also don't want anything to happen and you lose.
They're not gonna lose too.
I bite my nails on camera. Yeah, I bite my nails.
Someone said
I'm not ashamed.
Someone said that today. They said JoJo and Josh should play the first quarter and then come out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna play at all.
But you can't play them in the third when you're up 30.
Right, I agree. But you got to be careful too, and I hope the school system has proper security.
Oh, they're gonna make sure that for sure now.
Yeah,
for sure. Oh, for sure.
You got to.
It's just crazy, man. Yeah, all of that could have been prevented.
All you gotta do is hold the ball.
All of that could have been prevented.
But Blake
I
doesn't.
would have gone off on my team.
But Blake doesn't hold the ball. They do it every game.
I would have gone off on my
Yeah,
team.
because see, some of them guys don't play. They don't get in. So when they get in,
That's what I'm saying.
like me and my boy Dak was talking about it this morning, and he was saying that Steve Spurrier back in the day. They beat somebody like 83-6 or something like that, and he had some guys get in at the end, and people was raising hell about it, and he was like, hey, like some of them guys, like where they came from, they was all world. They were all Americans where they came from. So now they got family here and stuff like that. They get in the game. They want to put on for their family. So it's the same thing with those guys. When those guys get in at the end of the game, they trying to score. They want to put on for their family. You know, they got their girlfriend, and you know what I mean?
So and that's what I'm saying. But I agree with you, but it's hard. It's easier said than done. But I do tell my kids, yo, hold the ball. I be in the crowd like, yo, game is over. Hold the ball. However.
Because I would have been the same way.
What?
Go to the hole, I'll blast your ass.
Right, I get it. So you don't want us to score, but y'all still trying to score on us.
Right.
Like if the game is over, hold the damn ball then.
Right.
You throwing it live so you can score. And I get the ball, my homeboy who don't really play is wide open. I agree, you hold the ball. Whoever got the rebound, game over, hold the ball. I agree, but
I wouldn't have pushed him. I would have fouled the shit out of him, though. I guarantee you that.
you got your ass whooped.
Oh. Like you said, like Joe said, you gotta have one of them jokers that's okay with the repercussions.
Yeah, you got to be prepared for what comes with it.
I'm definitely prepared for that.
Yeah, be
If I'm
prepared.
a dish it
But
out,
yeah, you're right though. The kid that fouled did not know that.
he didn't.
Yeah,
know.
because he
Right.
ain't
Did
that,
not know that the other one was
he
coming.
ain't that kind of kid. Because if you know and you push somebody like that, you immediately turn around and
who
you know
wants
what I mean. But he ain't. I mean, that's that kid's twin brother. You know what I mean? So, you know,
He took some ding dings.
yeah. Well,
Well, he did take some ding dings. Call him ding ding from now on.
Ding ding.
Well, hopefully everything works out and nobody does something stupid Wednesday night.
I mean, I would think it would be, it would be all right. But I don't know, man. It could have all been avoided, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
If adults would have did what they were supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
handled it right.
What's next?
I think the biggest question is always should
Play. Hold on. What did I name it? I got Y JUCO. I think it's Y JUCO. No, Y.
Yeah, why JUCO?
Yeah, Y JUCO 1 and Y JUCO 2. So
Why
play
JUCO? Why do you recruit more JUCO?
See, our situation is kind of like a must-win situation, and yeah, we do have pressure to win. So in our league in the Sun Belt, you go recruit a bunch of high school kids, you gonna get your butt beat to death night in and night out. Like Coastal Carolina, they used to do that. They had a bunch of high school kids, and now he's changing the way he recruits to where they're going out to JUCO. You just in our league, you just can't do it because you're playing against grown women.
Yeah.
You just can't.
But you don't think that's every conference though?
I think on the mid-major, 1,000%. And it baffles me when I go, I don't know why I'm brain dead, but I go to these events and I see these Power 4 schools at these JUCO events. And I'm like, why are y'all even here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's baffling to me.
But you don't.
I was just in Memphis. That's where I was at. I was just in Memphis. They had a jamboree. I was just
But
in
are you
Memphis.
saying they don't need to be there because they're not gonna get the kid, or what?
What y'all think about that? Y'all agree?
I mean, that's what they're doing, but I don't agree. That's just lazy ass coaching. They don't want to develop.
What's that?
Just going to hell with the high school kids.
It's turned into a business. So, I'm big on developing kids, but that's not how your job is secured. So now they only give you, college coaches used to get 4 or 5 year contracts to turn around a program. Now they get 2 and 3 year contracts to turn around a program. So the onus is on to win right away. Like there's no come in and, figure it out and get these kids to maturity or get them better and let somebody sit. You got to come in and win right away. So you just imagine you going in, and it's changed a little bit, but you're going in and you say you get the job late. You're adopting somebody else's team. So that's 1 year that's gone. Now you have either a year or 2 years to turn it around.
Right.
So if it weren't a thing of about winning, like right away, then you can go and recruit high school players.
Let me ask you this though: who's the best team in the Sun Belt Conference?
Right now, I know South Alabama is tied.
Okay,
for
now
the
stop right
second.
there. That's why sometimes I don't believe the bullshit that we be posting. Because y'all bitches didn't even go into the tournament anyways. So what you're doing ain't working. So why
What's
not
that?
try to build?
Because it's still.
You just said South Alabama. When South Alabama went anywhere?
No, so what I'm saying is, it's not.
Right or
the thing-
wrong?
It's not the thing on the winning. It don't come from the coaching. It comes from the administration. If the school, if you're not winning, like South Alabama is having a winning season right now. They're second right now in the
Sun Belt Conference really good?
It's mid-major. It's decent conference. Yeah, it's D1. If it's a decent conference. That's where USF used to be back in the
Yeah,
day.
that's when they were recruiting me. They were in the Sun Belt.
Yeah,
So I got your boy on YJUCO too. Your homeboy. Play it, Stokely.
Program and to get them back to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2013. Check on the boxes. Just what is the perspective like for you as the head coach?
Well, just we've grown. You know, we've tried to do it the old-fashioned way, recruiting mostly high school guys. We've tried to make sure that the guys in our program know that we're invested in them over taking a bunch of transfers. Again, nothing against that if that's what other people do, but we've tried to do it our way. So really, one of the best things about winning today is it's a validation of our way of doing things, and it tells our guys, hey, we can be successful that way.
Coach, congratulations. We'll see you in
Yeah, Shaka.
So Coach Shaka does it different.
Oh, and he's at Marquette.
Right.
I mean, everybody has their own way of doing it. He develops, but what players is he going after? And you see how many transfers he take.
Yeah.
No, you say you don't take no transfers.
Oh, he take transfers.
Very few though. They, for the most part, they
takes
keep their high school guys because they were recruiting JoJo. And one of the assistants I talked to, that was his selling point. He was like, we take high school guys. They look at their attrition. They try to retain their guys. You know what I mean? So, which I think that's key if you're going to do that.
Yeah, but you got to see how many they take. They may take 2 a year.
Right. They take
But
probably
they
a
may have
small
6
number.
scholarships.
I mean, I just don't think it's a solidified answer. It's not just all JUCO. It's not just all high school. Yeah, you got to come together. But I don't think there's one recipe, to do it.
If you want to win, and that's where everybody's going. If you want to win, you got to go into the portal. Like you got to go with older kids. Now, like you say, he takes how many players does he take? That would be the thing. If he's taking high school, he's not taking a whole class of high school kids. Is he?
Was college basketball better back when we grew up?
Yes.
Not talent-wise, just the game.
Talent-wise and everything, it was better.
And back in the day, it wasn't all this transfer, right?
Yeah, it just went no transfer just 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
People are giving Hurley grief because he won back-to-back national champions and he didn't take any transfers. He got all freshmen and the kids from last year, and now UConn's out of the top 25, and they're giving him grief because he didn't take any transfers.
Yeah, so, and then you look back in the day, you had certain schools who wouldn't recruit JUCO at all.
They wouldn't?
No.
Why?
They just wanted to bring in their players
to mold them, right?
Yeah.
That's what I think you're missing.
Syracuse was big on it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't recruit.
That's what I think is
Auburn,
missing.
they got major. If you look at the top teams right now and look how many they got major transfers. So Auburn's got 2 major transfers. Their best 2 players are transfers.
But they're young.
Johnny Broom's a 5th-year
No, but he's been there.
He transferred, though, 2nd year.
Yeah. But they got some freshmen now.
Yeah. Then you
Don't get it twisted.
But their top 2 players are
Arkansas.
Arkansas, all he did was take Kentucky.
Alabama.
Alabama.
He got the kid from USF. He got the kid from LSU and somewhere else.
And the kid from Auburn. Point guard. No, he's a freshman.
Freshman.
No, the transfer.
Freshman.
He's a freshman?
No.
Phylon? He's
Freshman,
a freshman?
yes.
Yeah, he's tough.
The transfer shooter came from
So they're 2 of the top
Auburn.
3 teams, and I would say their better players are all.
the top 25 is out. Breaking news.
So
Congrats, Jaden Dryden. Zarko, congrats, buddy.
Where do you see that?
He just posted it. Told y'all the thing coming out tonight, baby.
I would love
If you got the list, post it.
I would love to see the list of schools that recruit the most freshmen. or high
Looks
school
like
games?
Marquette's, from looking at this roster so far, I haven't seen,
Any transfers?
yeah, it's all high school so
Oh,
far.
that's what's up.
It's hard to do. I agree. It's definitely hard to do because you are playing grown men.
Yeah. You stay true to who you are, but you just have to. You got to keep your kids there, because if your kids transfer out and go somewhere else, so he's been big on keeping his kids there.
He's a coach. He's a player's coach, though.
He definitely is.
Yeah, he's a player's coach.
Yeah, he a grinder too, bro.
Yeah.
He works his ass.
Have they had a good season though? That's the question.
Oh, they're having a great season.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they might have backed off JoJo though.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. They might be calling him and
Your boy,
talking to him.
sent me a text today. That brother, boy, he stay in touch.
To Seton Hall.
Yeah.
Word.
So I haven't heard from him either. So I
He
guess
sent me a text today.
yeah, they be talking. They be talking to JoJo. I don't be talking to
Yeah,
him.
he sent me a text today.
All right. What we got?
I think the biggest question is always, should my kid play up? That's number one. And then number two is like, should my kid be on the A team? Oh, I'm not on the EYBL circuit, or I'm not on the A team, or whatever it is. But again, why play 10 minutes on that team when you could play 25 or 30 on another team? You get better on the floor. And quite frankly, nobody can see what you're doing sitting at the bottom of the bench. So you have to go to a team that's one, you're going to play. It's the right event.
Yep.
You can go to, the Super 64. You can go it's a lot of showcases you can go to. But you have to be where coaches are going to be, and you have to be on the floor to be seen.
Yeah.
And those are the things that matter. It's not necessarily, again, the name on the jersey or the fact that I'm on the top team or I'm 15 playing 17U. If you're not going to be on the floor, it's a disservice.
Well,
Thoughts?
I agree. I mean, I agree and I disagree because you got to earn your stripes too. There could be a time where you starter, but who you playing against? But then also, why not be on a good team and earn your stripes and be be part of a team doing your part? There's a lot of times parents want them to be the star, so it's not about you got to be part of a team. Just like I think y'all said it before, and I had a conversation with a lot of my parents. It's like everybody plays a different role in our high school team. And then when they come into the AAU, now they have a different role. You could be the man on your high school team, or you can be a role player. And then you flip that over in the travel team. So you got to be able to do both. So it's a tough situation, but it's ultimately what the parent wants for their kids.
You agree, Dave? I mean, y'all know how I feel about it. I agree. You got to be in the best situation. Don't try to, like a lot of kids chase the EYBL. You're a small fish in a big, big, big pond, and just because you playing EYBL don't mean you're going to get the looks or go on to schools. There's a whole bunch of guys that play EYBL that don't get anything. You know what I'm saying? So, Cameron James is one that was at Leesburg that year. And, I remember I reached out to, 3 JUCOs that I know, and he ended up at HCC. First game at HCC, he had 28 points, 22 rebounds. Went Division I right away. A lot of schools missed out on him, and he played EYBL the whole time with the Florida Rebels. You know what I mean? So just because you playing EYBL, it don't mean, but he was a role player on that game. Couldn't really show what he could do. People questioned his motor. I need to find out where he went and check on him, see how he doing. Look up his numbers or whatever. But I thought when they played against Blake, I thought he was a phenomenal talent. You know what I mean? So I was surprised he didn't have anything. And so you can mismanage your career by playing on the wrong travel team. But but what do I know?
That's what I say.
I was told you got to play EYBL to get anything. So what do I know?
I was told that too. What's his name? Cameron what?
Cameron James. He spells it Camerin James.
He's pretty good.
Oh,
What we
he's
got?
at East Texas.
He's Texas.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen some tough dunks in my days. But this is up there. This definitely top 5.
So that the greatest dunk you ever seen? Show it again.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen some tough dunks in my days, but this one, this is up there. This definitely top 5.
Is he Asian? No. Yeah, is he Asian, bro?
I don't know, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen some tough dunks in my days, but this one, this is up there. This definitely top 5.
He is Chinese, bro. That's probably one of them
That's
jumper
the AI.
things.
That's the AI stuff.
Man, that's far. Not even, man, shoot.
How did Cameron do over there?
He's averaging 4.5, 2.2 rebounds.
Okay. He's a
They're playing
sophomore.
right now. Yeah, he's a sophomore.
Texas A&M is that where he is?
They're
East
playing
Texas.
East Texas A&M.
East Texas A&M.
Yeah, they're playing.
That's
East
D2, right?
D1.
Yep, that's it.
West Texas A&M is D2.
Yeah, they're playing McNeese State right now. They're 3-21, so they're terrible.
Terrible.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I thought I knew what an offer meant. Here's the other thing you can't get tricked by.
Skip that.
I thought I knew what an offer meant. I don't know what an offer means anymore. 5 years ago, when I offered you,
Yeah, we skipped
it
that.
was
You
good as
skipped that
gold.
one. We did that a million
Good as
times.
gold. You come, you commit, it's yours. I want you.
Everyone know people be throwing out them fake offers around.
Listen, it's no secret that, especially in today's game, for these young players as they're going through youth and then high school basketball, parents invest a lot of time and money into their players' development and whatever sport that they choose to play. And like any other investment, you want to see a return on that time and on that money. I think sometimes we get caught up in thinking that the return on playing youth sports and high school sports is purely a sports return. If you have a kid that learns how to be disciplined towards trying to achieve a goal in a sport, they learn how to be accountable, they learn how to be a teammate, they learn how to sacrifice, they learn how to handle adversity. This is what you're investing in, because at the end of the day, you want a kid that can handle anything that life throws at them, not just the sport. And so, yes, you would like to see, if you're into basketball, your kid have basketball success, whatever that means. Even more important than that is they're going to be set up for life success. Really, it should be, hey, I'm investing time and money into my kid to be a better person, to be able to handle life better. And in the meantime, I want them to be the best basketball player that they can be.
Funny. So I was on a podcast or a show with Goated Moms last week, and that was the same conversation.
Golden Moms?
Goated.
Oh.
Like the goat.
Yep, I got you.
So we were talking about that because about how much money it costs to play travel ball and what do they expect and all that stuff. And I brought up what you always say, if your kid needs help in math, you're going to pay for a tutor. Mm-hmm. If you go to karate class, you're going to pay for that. But it seems like when you're paying for, it's different when it comes to sports per se, basketball and stuff like that. They expect to see them be a D1 player, to see them go to the NBA and stuff like that. So I agree with him when he says, it's bigger than the sport. You know, it's about the friendship, it's about what kind of person you become. The extra, going to college, the 1% or anything else, that's the bonus. But everything else you get out of it. But some parents get confused on what the results should be. So I agree with what he's saying.
I agree as well. You agree, Chris?
I don't want to hear what I got to say.
But Tyson played travel ball.
He did. Yeah, he did. I mean, but here's one thing I never did with Tyson. It's just, I never thought that he would be as good as he was. Like, I really didn't. I didn't see it. Like, I didn't see what other people. Now, once you start to grow and mature and
You don't
develop,
see it in RJ either.
different type of player. See, in the space of like mentality, Tyson was an asshole. Mm-hmm. So the attitude he had, the other stuff, the work ethic, the immaturity, he didn't have it. And so I didn't see it. But I never forced that. And so he never played on the best travel teams. When he did play on the best travel team, he sat on the end of the bench. So he played local travel ball, so we weren't doing all that. The reason how he got over to Q6 is because he was playing with a team. They weren't playing him. I saw how unhappy he was. And I was like, all right, we're just going to shut it down for the year, just get in the gym and work. And that was the whole conversation. He went over with Amari Goldborn, and they said they were just going to open gym. And next thing you know, I get a call from Josh Perry. So that's how that happened.
Damn, Perry, you did one of them?
Yeah,
It's an open gym, but it was really a tryout. Damn, P.
So I never, we were taking a year off, so I didn't push that. I wasn't in for, all that other stuff.
And then Tyson said that Willie was harder on him, that Willie would try to embarrass him during practice.
Man, Willie was finna cut him.
Yeah. I know, but even when he made the team, Tyson tells a story about how Willie made him stop 3 guys, and they were all clowning that.
Because he wouldn't play defense.
He wouldn't play any defense.
And now he's the best defender in Europe.
If you did that now in travel ball, your kid would walk out your gym, you'd be on a new team tomorrow.
No, and the reason why I respect those guys so much and I never had to worry is because they held my son accountable.
Right.
Correct.
So they corrected the things that no one else would correct based on where Tyson said he wanted to go. Tyson wanted to play ball. He wanted to play college ball. If you can't guard nobody and you're a subpar scorer, it's not like you were a 30-point-a-game scorer. You can't guard nobody. You got to figure this out. So they forced him to, play defense. And if he didn't play defense, he sat his ass on the end of the bench, and I had no problem with it. But I'm different when it comes to that.
So Luka Doncic for AD, what do y'all think?
That was a surprise, but I thought it was a good trade for both. But then this old fragile ass dude, he's hurt again. AD out indefinitely. Remember when I fell and nobody hit me, and I was
That's
out
how he
indefinitely?
turned in the
That's how he
groin.
did.
Like nobody was even around him. He was changing direction to go play defense.
He's out indefinitely.
Well, Luke is this, but
Luke is the same. That's why I say it was an even trade.
It was a business trade because if Lucas stayed there, they would have had to give him a super max with $325 million. That's the only reason they got.
They haven't.
Nate doesn't have it when you get traded.
Yeah, no. Well, the team does.
Dallas definitely got it. Dallas got oil money.
Dallas
Correct,
got
but
it.
they don't. There's health concerns. That's why they got rid of him.
I think it's more than that.
I think it was a good trade if they both.
And now Cuban's giving the people refunds because AD got hurt.
Nah, but it wasn't Cuban's decision.
No, I know, but Cuban today said if you got season tickets, he's giving them a
that's
refund.
dumb. That's dumb.
I think it's a cool move by them.
Well, see, the Lakers about their money because remember the Lakers. We talked about this with the Bronny James. See, I would have picked Bronny James first round lottery pick if I'm the Lakers because he bought me $50 million in jersey sales, $50 million in revenue. I'm a privately owned company, and Bronny James brought in $50 million. So now you get Luka Doncic over there.
And y'all in the playing game.
He is an international superstar. You know what I mean? Think about when Yao Ming was with the Rockets. Goddamn T-Mac, jersey sale, all that went up. People in China didn't know who T-Mac was. Yao was getting the most votes at the All-Star game.
Which was
every year.
We cannot compare Bronny James in the same
No,
conversation
we talking about Luka now. I ain't talking about Bronny James. I'm talking about Luka. I'm saying when you got an international star like that, you see what Yao Ming did for the Rockets. So you bring Luka, even if you don't agree with the trade, even
You don't
if you
have to
feel
do
like
that for the Lakers. The Lakers are always going to be the Lakers.
No,
the
man,
Lakers don't need Luka for that. They have Vlade for that.
That's more. That's more revenue, man.
They have Vlade Divac for
I'm
that,
just saying
brother.
that's to me. That's why the Lakers made the decision.
The Lakers going to be the Lakers.
If you're looking at the moves the Lakers doing, man, the Lakers is about their bread. They trying to stack them chips.
So they're not trying to win?
I don't think so. I don't think they're trying to win no chips. They're
No.
trying to be
They
competitive,
ain't
give you a
won
good
chips
show.
in-
Excuse me.
been
They're
a
trying to be
long time.
competitive, give you a good show, and stack them chips, bro.
So LeBron deserves a
So-
trophy.
so
Does LeBron deserve a statue in LA?
Yes.
Hell no.
Yes.
He drew a statue in L.A.,
What he
Miami,
did.
and Cleveland.
What he did?
He does.
What he did in LA?
I played the video before
LeBron.
where he's had three.
He does.
He's had 3 Hall of Fame careers.
He does.
Remember I played it.
What he did in LA? He ain't bring y'all no championship.
Yeah, he did.
Look how I set him up. That bubble shit don't mean nothing.
Hey, listen.
Didn't he win one
I'ma
out?
tell you-
No, he did not.
So you want me
No,
to
he
give you?
did not.
You want me to give you my scenario? What's going to happen?
What's gonna happen?
All right. So
Wait, he only won one championship with the Lakers?
Exactly. He don't deserve no damn statue. Go ahead.
Luka is going to end up in Vegas.
With LeBron as the owner?
Yeah.
Luka ain't going to Vegas, man.
You talking about that team, that league they trying to put together?
No.
LeBron and Bronny.
LeBron gonna have a team in Vegas.
LeBron's the owner, and Bronny James gonna be the general manager.
Who else is gonna go there?
Who that?
AD.
Stop.
Well, Chris, you're not getting a team. You're not getting a team in Vegas that quick. It's going to take 3 to 4 years. AD will be done.
It's already started. Next 2 years. Everybody be out of their contract.
AD still be out indefinitely.
Everybody be out of their contract next 2 years. Team be in Vegas.
Now I like the Heat trade. Got rid of old Jimmy.
You got rid of Jimmy Buckets, huh?
Yeah, but we got some young pieces.
Who'd you get?
Wiggins.
We got Wiggins. We got the defender from Baylor, Mitchell.
And you got Schroeder.
No, Schroeder got traded 8 times in 24 hours.
Schroeder at like Utah.
What?
No,
Schroeder messed up
Detroit.
They didn't want him.
They traded him again.
So they left him in LA and then they sent him to Detroit.
He messed up when he didn't take that money 3 years ago or however it was.
And then didn't some trade fall through, I saw?
Yeah,
Yes.
Lakers.
Williams.
Yep.
Is that his Robert Williams?
Now, do you go back? Do you go back happy if you're Connect Madison?
Connect probably feels some kind of way, but it's, if you understand, it's but he's barely in the league though, so I think
he can play. I thought
he's so
the shooter.
Yeah.
Oh, he can stroke. He can play.
But he barely in the league though. He know how it go, man.
Yeah.
Shit, before Matt Geiger played his first game, I remember I used to record ESPN every morning before school and make my own like Jumanji Film's been around for a long time, dog. Long time. And, but I remember Matt Geiger getting traded like 3 times before he played his first NBA game.
That's crazy. Yeah, it is a business for sure.
Nah, he I want to say he ended up with the Heat, I think.
Yeah, he was with the Heat.
I think he ended up with the Heat. He got traded like 3 times.
That must have been after Ronnie
You want me to ask Weezer?
No. What's next?
I think we're out of time, huh?
That's it? You ain't got nothing else?
And another thing. Back in the day, I was coaching my 2025 Jackal team. We in Jersey. We playing against a team called the New Jersey Jazz. They had this real tall kid on the bench, real heavy, had goggles, barely played if he played at all. And at the end of the game, we in the handshake line, and I approached the kid. I said, hey, big guys rule, guards drool. That's all I said to the kid. Fast forward to the summer. I get a text message from this guy, the kid's dad. He said, I got your number from the referees. Can my son come play for you? Because I don't take kids in the middle of the season. I don't steal kids. I don't do all that stuff. He came to me in the offseason. First day in the gym, he's throwing the ball over the court. He's like fumbling, he's tripping. And my assistant coach is like, why you got this kid? He sucks. I said, you looking at him now. I look at the future. You see all these little guards taking all dribble and shoot threes and spin around like ballerinas, do all that stuff, and you think they're good. I said, it's 100 million of those little dudes. They're all going to be eliminated in 4 or 5 years. They're going to wean themselves out. But I said, there's not going to be many of him. And I told the coaches, ask my coaches, Eddie Braswell, Stan Jasper. They was assistant coach with me. They now coach with Team Final. Ask them, they'll tell you. Fast forward later, his name is Luke Beverlacqua, who's going to school in a Division I scholarship, who everybody thought sucked. And when he was a 6th, 7th, 8th grade. Now look at him. He's going to get a free education to a college. Bingo, right? Fast forward to now. I'm at Made Hoops watching all these 8th grade teams got 6'8", 6'9", 8th graders sitting on the bench, and they not playing. You know why? Because that coach see those little guys out there that can shoot threes and handle the ball and think they're great. Because they worry about now. I look at the future. Big guys, look at the future. When you get into high school, the college coach will knocking on your door, and those little guys on your team will wean themselves out. It's 100,000 of them. It's a few of you. Coaches, learn to develop those big guys, because you're going to try to attach yourself to those big guys when his colleges come calling. And them little guys that win themselves out, going to be heard of. Not all of them, but some. This big Mark Jackson, I want no smoke. I love my big guys. I'm 6'10", peace.
I agree with kiss my ass, Mark Jackson, with the little guy shit. I'm going to call you here in a minute, too. Now, for real, though, I had this conversation 2 weeks ago about a kid, and they was like, yo, he can't play. I said, bro, look at his family. He's going to be big. Mm-hmm. If you work with him now and bring him now, right, he understands the concept, the team, and you develop him. So I agree, because a lot of people growing up, they don't want the clumsy. The kid, 8th grade, 9th grade. Actually, 9th grade. Yeah, he's 9th grade. But we just picked up a 5'4" 4th grader. And they're like, man, he's out of shape, he's this, but I mean, at the reality is you gotta see that and start building them. Because the younger you get the big guys and put the ball in their hand, the better they can be.
Well, you just don't know if they're going to be a big guy.
Right. Always put the ball in the hand. Yeah. I mean, I say this.
You gotta look at the parents.
We used to call Mike Big Mike. Mike is roughly 6 foot, but I've had the ball in his hand since he was in the 2nd grade.
Correct. If he would have been with some other coaches, his growth would be stunted.
Right. And that's why he can handle the ball.
Yep, it's true. Like Big Bryce White that's at Blake, 6'8", 6'9". I saw him getting dropped off at school, and I'm like, I was just like, dude, man, who is this big ass kid I be seeing getting dropped off at the school, man?
He run like he's floating.
Yeah, he's a hell of an athlete. He just hadn't been.
Ain't got a nice shot.
Chariots of fire. Dun, 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 dun. That's how you run.
So I stayed and hollered at his mom, and it ended up not hollered at his mom like that.
Pause.
That didn't sound right. But I talked about him trying out or whatever, and if he was anywhere else besides Blake, he would be ready right now. I mean, Blake isn't a good spot for a kid like that because they really don't have a staff. You know what I mean? But if they had somebody who could take him off to the side, work with him, put him in a JV situation, and play both. And
he a sophomore?
He's a junior. Age-wise, he should be a sophomore. He's very young.
How big?
He's gonna be 17. He's about 6'9", 6'8", 6'9". Ox strong, big legs.
6'9".
He dunks everything in the paint now, but he just hadn't been taught the
I
footwork.
got a spot for you, Bryce.
Coordination is not there. Athleticism is.
He can shoot it too.
His coordination's better.
But he got a nice shot as well.
Because he's going against Jason, JoJo, Joshua, all them guys every day in practice. But he hadn't been.
Just don't understand the game yet.
Right. He's been working with DeCarlo, I think, a
That's
bit.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
he's a good kid too.
But I've seen Mark Jackson.
We've been playing against Mark for years.
For years, man.
Yeah.
But me and Jerry talk about it all the time.
What's up, Bo?
We saw him get a bit. The big kid he's talking about, we played against them because that's when he moved back to Philly or whatever. And we played against them actually at Ballin' on the Beach.
On the beach, I remember that.
And but before that, when he was here, he had this real big kid that he had found from somewhere. It was huge, and he was terrible, couldn't do nothing. We saw him 3 months later, and that kid was an absolute badass. Footwork, post work, all that. Now, Big Lauren Woods told me, Lauren played 7 years in the NBA, whatever, played with KG, played in college with Duncan. He said Mark Jackson is the hardest guy he's ever had to guard, that he had to go against him in practice every day. He said he's the most craftiest guy he's ever had to play against. And he teaches that. Like his boys, Sammy and
how are they doing?
Good.
Yeah,
one just signed.
Yeah, Sammy's committed to somewhere, and
Lafayette?
Sharif's at Lafayette. Yep, Sharif's going to Lafayette. So,
so Mark,
they were on the Under Armour circuit.
Yeah, how I met Mark, I used to work with him at IMG.
Used to train him, yeah.
Then he moved here, and I was working with him.
Man, he's a good dude, and like he said, he honest with everybody.
Oh, he's funny dude. Bro.
Yeah,
He's a
good.
Good people.
Willis wants to call in. You got your phone?
Yeah,
my speaker.
Man.
Which one?
He got a list for us?
I know he said he's gonna call in. Call Joe.
Until I call him now.
All right, we got
What
a
you talking
special
about,
guest. Y'all
Willis?
stay here.
What you talking about,
We're
Willis?
about to let you go, man, but we need a few more minutes, man.
My speakerphone not good on this old phone.
What you
Maybe East State
downgraded
is
down?
12-1. East Texas A&M is 1-12.
Willis, you on live. How you doing there?
I'm all right, man. How's everybody doing?
Good.
What's
good.
up, Coach?
What's up? What's the word? How'd the meeting go?
I think it went okay. We got our top 25 All-Stars. I got to put that list together before I share it. We got our senior All-Star game participants. Got to get those teams put together. We appreciate Andre Lewis and Fred Lewis coaching those teams. But can I get something off my chest, guys?
Please do.
Oh, the North got
I
something to
don't
say.
know. There's a lot of work goes into putting together what it takes to get all these kids nominated for top 25 or different awards. And we got coaches that do it the right way. And I don't want to say it's a majority of them. But what's hard to stomach is when someone in that room of the 35 people, or I don't even know, around 35. Before the meeting's even over, guys, they take a picture of the nomination list and send it out to people. So now on my drive home, I'm getting phone calls from coaches that are getting grief from whoever is, I don't know, families or other people about how certain kids didn't get nominated.
Oh.
And while that is something maybe that needs to be discussed, the nomination process, but the professionalism of coaches sending those names out to almost make other coaches look bad for whatever reason, it really, really bugs me. What say you guys?
Chris, you've been a coach in the county. You go for
I agree with you. So I think it should be a process. I think that the proper people should put it out and then it should follow because it should be a process. I mean, you haven't even put the list together. You know, the sad piece is the thing I don't like about the process is you're nominated, some of the coaches nominate players that just because they're your best player doesn't mean you put 3 and 4 on the list because they're your best 3 players. Like, some of them overdo it, you know, and you have some kids that you know not going to get a shot in hell to do it. So now you got a kid on there that may take votes from other people just because you're adding 2 and 3 players to a list.
Let me ask you this, Coach, though, and I know they're grown men, but do you guys say, hey, this list is for us? There's no need for you guys to send it out to anybody. Like, is there some kind of saying prior to?
No, you're right. It's been said before, and the different thing is like, hey, don't send out the winners with the number of votes they got. And we've started like taking those numbers off so people and alphabetizing the list and those things. But yeah, you're right. It wasn't verbalized, which I guess that's something we need to address in the future. But it's hard because coaches, and Chris, you're right on. Like, some coaches are like, "Hey, my team's not very good. And they're real about it. I'm not going to nominate 3 kids because my team it doesn't deserve to have 3 kids on the team, or take votes, or split the votes amongst those kids, if that makes sense too."
Right.
So it's one of the, again, maybe that is something that needs to be said a level, and maybe there is a level of transparency that needs to go out. But unfortunately, in this type of situation, it's not a transparent process of how it happens, and there's no committee of who nominates players. It's just a coach nominating their player. And I once heard a long time ago, every team has a leading scorer. And as much as you want your child to be on the team, or even your player, right? Like, these coaches, they want their players to be on this list. But there has to be a level of realistic belief in what your team is. And the other players that are being nominated or not being nominated. So it's just frustrating that coaches will, I mean, again, before the meeting's even over, people are sending that list out for whatever reason. It is crazy.
I can see it. I mean, I seen a couple lists on Twitter last year. I'm like, damn, it's already out. So yeah.
Yeah. So, and I want to share the list with your viewers, but unfortunately it's sloppy. I want to make sure it's 100% accurate before we put all that out, because you know the storm that'll cause if I didn't put a lowercase e and it should have been an uppercase E or something because their kid got something. You know, it's crazy. But
what you talking about, Willis?
Well, we appreciate, Coach. Question: y'all gonna, how far y'all gonna go this year in this regional, man?
Well, we're gonna go play Wednesday and hope that we can play to next Monday on President's Day.
Oh, political.
And
I feel you, Coach. I feel you. Good luck to you, though. For sure.
I think at this time of year, there's no mind bending. It's the horses gotta do it.
I agree.
The Jimmies and the Joes got to put the ball in the basket and stop the other guys from doing it. So hopefully,
some Johnnies.
But I can't. Here, let me give you one thing. I will announce that Josh Lewis was the Player of the Year.
Okay.
Congrats. First.
Breaking news: Joshua Lewis, Player of the Year, Hillsborough County.
And then, but that's all I got. And the coaches, I told you, Fred Lewis and Andre Lewis will coach the All-Star game. And we will also be hosting the Hillsborough Pinellas All-Star game.
Where's that at? Where's that game at?
We're hoping it'll be at Tampa Prep, but March 28th will be the East versus West, or our senior All-Star game, which will be loaded with talent. You can just think of the players in our area, and most likely they made the team if they're one of the top guys. So we're excited about that.
That's what's up.
And where's that going to be held?
That's Tampa Prep on March 28th, and then I got to get with Coach Finland or wherever else we want to try to get that other game, the Pinellas versus Hillsborough game.
When are you looking for the East-West game or the Pinellas-Hillsborough game?
I don't know. I got to look at a calendar and get with Coach Finland about what dates are available.
All right, well, let me know. We may be able to do some things over here.
Yeah, well, I forgot. You got a gym, right?
Yeah, we got something like that.
Is it nice?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty orange.
It's okay.
Does the ball bounce? Are the baskets 10 feet there?
It's never been here.
Hey, we have dead spots.
Chris wipes that floor every day.
Okay. Well, I don't. I've never been because no one invites me, but that's all right.
Oh, damn.
That's that bullshit.
That's BS. He got invited last year to watch his kids.
Hey,
Willis, he's busy on the weekend. He went to Disney World after he won a district championship. He posted a video about it. He goes, "I'm going to Disney World."
Come on through, man.
Yeah. I beat Jalen Hurts there.
All right, Coach. We
guys,
appreciate you, man.
Love the show. Love the show. See you.
Appreciate it, brother.
All right, Stoke, take us out, man. You falling asleep over there like tourists, man. Oh shit, yeah, man. Play the top play. So usually,
Blake
I have
100 one game.
my
There's gonna be 100.
God.
I got 29.
I hope he went back and put some shit that I
Bro,
sent him.
it's 9.
I'm only. Yes. He has improved. Shall I have his best? My bad. I gotta stop putting right there. He can play college ball. It don't matter. You shooting it like that. Matthias, what the hell? Blake's at their best when they're pushing the ball up the floor. Good things happen. When you don't let teams get back in the zone and you push the tempo, every time they do this, good stuff happens. And they insist on playing the court. I'm at the games I've ever seen. Look at that, London. Blocks the alley-oop. You gotta tell me. Smiling. Are those not top plays, Chris? Are you not entertained, Chris? Are you not entertained, Chris? No. Better in person. How about this one? How about this one, John? How about this one? Spider-Man. How about this one? How about this one? Those are the top plays, man. 29.
That was fast,
I found a new transition that makes it.
Because before you was doing like repeat, like some of them jokes be doing that.
Yeah, that's when I was giving commentary. Actually, a number of them.
They were giving their highlight tape. They be repeat. That's not
But only the top dog. But I think he used to go faster back then, man.
All right, well, good luck to all the teams.
Good luck,
Congratulations. Damn, Stowe. We all. Oh. No. Congrats to Josh again. And we'll look forward to seeing the next 24 players that they selected or not selected. Coaches get out there and coach and vote. All right, take us away, baby.
Later.
Welcome to the weekly podcast that keeps it real about youth sports, social issues, and sports in general. The Final Word with your hosts, Joe, Dre, John, Chris, and Dave. And now, without further ado, presenting the Final Word.